everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we'll learn how to keyframe like a boss in CapCut PC. Keyframing is a backbone of motion graphics. Whether you're a beginner or looking to refine your skills, mastering keyframes in CapCut PC is a game changer. So in this tutorial, I'll show you how to keyframe like a boss, covering everything from basic concepts to advanced techniques that you can apply almost to any video editing software out there. Whether it's Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or others, once you grasp the fundamentals here, you'll have the skills to keyframe in any editing program. So let's dive in and start by opening CapCut PC onto your device. So if you haven't downloaded yet onto your end, just head onto your local browser and search for CapCut PC. And you'll just be able to find your device in there and follow in the installation prompts. Right after you have followed that one out, just open CapCut PC and create a project. So you'll get redirected here onto the screen wherein it shows the editing page of CapCut. And for us to be able to begin, we're going to go ahead and head on towards step 1, which is understanding keyframe. Before we jump into CapCut, let's understand what a keyframe is. So essentially, a keyframe marks the start or end of a change in a property. So this could be anything from color to scale, position, or volume. So imagine a butterfly moving across the screen, and keyframes define its starting point and where it ends up. The same applies to color changes, like fading from vibrant colors to black and white. So in this tutorial, we'll explore keyframing in CapCut PC, but remember, these concepts are universal. Now, keyframing color in CapCut. The first thing that we need to do is to go ahead and import your clip. So you could start by importing a video clip into your CapCut timeline. As you can see here onto the left side, there is an import button. Just go ahead and click onto this to browse onto the different files onto your device, or you could simply drag and drop the videos, audios, or photos that you want to use onto this space in here. Now, once you've gone ahead and imported the video clip onto your timeline just like this, so you'll just need to press this blue icon in here to add this to the track, or you could simply drag and drop the material over here. So you will just need to press Shift plus Z to make the clip fit the timeline for easier viewing. So that is the shortcut key, Shift plus V. Right after that is to access color adjustment. So you'll just need to click onto the clip that you have added to select this, and then right after, onto the right side, head over to adjustment panel on the right. So you can see adjustment here. Click onto that. And then right after, you'll just need to select basic under adjustment and locate the saturation slider. So you'll just need to scroll down in here and you should be able to find that one over here. So you could set your first keyframe, move your playhead to the point where you want the color change to begin. So as you can see, we could move it over here like 4 seconds or 10 seconds. So you could go ahead and start here. And you'll just need to go ahead and click this diamond icon onto the next to saturation to create a keyframe, marking the start of your color change. So here. So this is the point wherein the color starts to change. So you'll just need to go ahead and adjust the saturation for the end keyframe. So move the playhead forward to where you want the clip to transition to black and white, or you could drag the saturation slider all the way down. CapCut will automatically set another keyframe at this point. So as you can see, let's go ahead and change that. So I don't think this one will apply since this one doesn't have a color tune to this. So let's try out other clips first. So as you can see, I've added a new clip from the stock footages that are offered here on CapCut, which are free photos or videos that you could use for edit. So let's move it around here, around 3 seconds. And then right after, let's head back here onto the right side under adjustment, and let's go ahead and add in the keyframe for saturation. So we're going to go ahead and add a keyframe in here, and then we'll try to adjust it over here to lessen the color or to brighten it. So we could try to brighten this one out. And now since we have adjusted the color over here, let's add in also a black and white filter over here onto the first part so that it should show that it starts from a black and white and then it starts to have color onto the video. So let's add another keyframe here, and then we're going to slide here the saturation to lower it down. So if you go ahead and move it like that, as you can see, there should be a more like transition from black and white to a colorful landscape. So we could go ahead and do a quick preview first, just like that. Now, as you play back, you'll see the color gradually changes from black and white to being colorful. Now to speed up the transition, simply drag the end keyframe closer to the start keyframe. So you could just simply drag it just like that. And as you can see, it has moved out. And to slow it down, drag the end keyframe further away. So watch as the transition changes speed based on the keyframe distance. So as you can see, we have moved that, and there have been some changes also onto the transition for that one. Now, we could also try keyframing scale and position for smooth zooms. So we're going to remove this keyframe first. So we're going to use the same clip for this. So we're going to go ahead and start by positioning your playhead at the beginning of the clip where you want the zoom to start. So we're going to go ahead here and click onto this video clip in here and go to the video basics section in the adjustment panel. So the same thing that we did earlier, we click onto adjustment, we're just gonna head back here under video. So once you've clicked onto that, there should be a diamond icon next to scale and position to set the initial keyframe. So we're gonna add that one over here. So we've added our first keyframe in here, and we're gonna move the playhead to the end of the clip. So over here. So we're gonna increase the scale and adjust the position to keep the subject line. So we're gonna go ahead and increase it just like this. And then right after, once we have added that, we're gonna go ahead and add in a keyframe here. So as you can see, if we do a quick preview, or if you play the clip, it will go ahead and add in a smooth zoom from the start to the end of the clip. So if you want a faster zoom, just bring the keyframes closer together, and for a slower zoom, just spread them out, just like this. So we're gonna click onto the keyframe here. So we're going to click onto this keyframe here, and then we're going to go ahead and just drag this one out closer to the other one, just like this. So as you can see, it did created a faster zoom transition, just like that, and it will stop onto the end of the keyframe. Now another thing or trick that you could do is quick zoom for dramatic effects. So the same thing on what we did earlier, you'll just need to start the same thing on what we did earlier. The only difference is we're going to start by positioning the playhead just before the moment you want the quick zoom to happen. So we're not going to start onto the start of the clip. We're going to move this one out onto where we want to go ahead and add in the quick zoom effect. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and set the initial keyframes for both scale and position them here onto the middle part. So we're just going to have a space here onto the middle a little bit, and then to go ahead and add in the abrupt zoom effect. So you'll just need to go ahead and click onto the playback in here to see the quick zoom effect, just like that, so that it will add an abrupt scale change and it grabs the attention effectively. So you can fine tune the effect by moving the keyframe slightly to adjust the speed. Going into keyframing tip is keyframing position for object movement. So for this example, let's use sticker for that. But before that, let's remove this one first, the different keyframes that we've added earlier. So let's position the scale back to 100. And let's position this one at the starting point where you want the movement to begin. So let's add a sticker first. So there is a sticker icon here onto the upper left corner of the screen, and let's add something in here that should be able to grab an attention. So for example, this emoji. Let's add this one here. We have positioned this at the starting point already where we want the movement to begin. So with the playhead at the first frame, so we're going to set the keyframe at this position. So we have position over here. So we could start it over here. Let's drag it a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and position this around here. Right after that, we're going to move the playhead to where you want this emoji to end its flight. So we're just going to adjust the position for that. Say the butterfly flies off the screen. So for example, let's make this longer. We want to move this one here over here. So just make sure that the Y is still the same in here so that it would create a straight line effect. So CapCut will animate the movement between these two keyframes. And let's do a quick playback to watch the emoji move from left to right. So as you can see, this is how it should look like. So the same thing onto the different tips that we did earlier. The closer both of the keyframe, the faster it will do the animation effects. So let's try to move it in here and let's do a quick preview. As you can see, it did created a faster effect for that. So you'll just need to adjust the keyframes as needed for a smoother or faster animation. So you could adjust this as per your liking. You could add another one again in here, and you can move this here onto the middle and here onto the last part, put it here. So let's do a quick preview back again, and this is how it should look like. So and now let's talk about using built-in animation versus keyframing. So CapCut provides built-in animation that can simplify some tasks. So you could just select this emoji sticker in here and explore the animation tab over here. So you could try out different things such as its entrance, exit, and looping animation. However, this might offer less control compared to manual keyframe. So for example here, you could add in an in. So this is the entrance for this. You could spring this. And here on to out, this is the exit of the sticker. You could choose to zoom this one out or spin this one out. So you might have less control over this compared to the manual keyframe. However, on to the other hand, if you need more complex animation, just convert your sticker to a compound clip by right-clicking and select compound clip, just this one. Right-click onto that, and this is also the shortcut key for that, which is Alt-J. So it should go ahead and look something like this, and this trick will give you access to a wider range of animation options similar to those available for your video clips. So just head here onto animation, and as you can see, it gives us a lot more options than the one with the sticker options. So feel free to go ahead and make use onto this trick to go ahead and create a compound clip using your sticker. Now lastly, for a keyframing trick in here is keyframing the audio levels. So let's remove this one out first. You could import both a voiceover and a background music track into the timeline. So to do so, you could just simply click onto import in here and then drag and drop the different footages or audios that you want to use. So you could also use the audios that are available here on CapCut. So there are some free in here. You'll just have to click onto audio and browse onto the different files that they offer for free. Let's try to choose in an audio in here that we could use. For example, this one, this vlog tropical house. So let's add this track in here. Let's position it and let's try to adjust the volume first here. And let's position it in here. So you could adjust the overall volume of the music to a lower level to ensure it doesn't overpower the voiceover. So we have the one over here. Let's adjust it around here. And right after that, to adjust the music volume for this, you'll just need to set a keyframe at the point where you want the volume to start decreasing. So for example, over here. So you'll just need to move the playhead to where you want the music to be at its lowest and lower volume at the time. CapCut will automatically create a keyframe for this. So we're just going to start over here. Let's add in a keyframe. And then we're going to go ahead and move over here. And let's try to add a keyframe. So we could try to increase or decrease the volume for that one. So as you can see, it is visible over in here onto the sound waves, the changes that we're currently doing onto the audio that we have added. So you could try to lower it down over here. Let's just add another keyframe. And if you slide this one up, it will go ahead and make it higher and lower it down. So you could just go ahead and just move the playhead to where the music changes and just go ahead and add in some keyframes. So play back the audio and adjust the keyframes if needed to ensure the voiceover is clearly audible over the background music. Now, once you're overall satisfied with your keyframing, then don't forget to go ahead and preview your work in here. And once you're satisfied with the preview, just go ahead and head here onto the upper right of the screen and click onto export. So onto this page, you could go ahead and add in the title of your video, choosing the location for that, adjust its resolution, bitrate, codec, format, frame rate, and you could also try to export the audio only, export the GIF, add in some captions, and do a copyright check. So this will help you avoid potential copyright issues on TikTok. Run a copyright check of the music used in your non-commercial video before sharing it to TikTok. Once done, click onto export, export again, and your video should be saved. So those are just the tips over keyframing, and keyframing in CapCut PC opens up a world of creative possibilities. So whether you're working with a color, scale, position, or audio, mastering keyframes gives you the power to create professional looking videos. So just keep practicing, and soon you'll be keyframing like a boss in any video editing software you use. And if you think this tutorial has been helpful, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you on to our next video.